In this video, you're going to be creating a nameplate that's attached to a pen or say pen holder, pen organizer, desktop organizer. So it's very similar to what you see here. This one says Mr. Warren, and then you can see the inside little compartments where you can put paper clips and pens and all kinds of things. So we want to try to get towards this one. This kind of is sort of midway here. We're going to start from scratch to show you how this works. So I'm just going to eliminate all of these for a moment. And then what we're going to do is take the rectangle tool. So we're going to take the rectangle tool and right in our sort of axis point here in the corner in the origin, we're going to click and drag out a box. The size really doesn't matter because right now I'm going to resize them when we print. So I'm just going to click and drag out like that. Then we're going to take the push-pull tool and we are going to click and pull up. Now the depth of it is up to you. On this one, I am going to, as I'm pulling up, I'm going to hit 2 inches and hit return. So you see how about high that is. So you can go a little higher than that. That's really very much up to you. And then on the side of this, we are going to take the 2-point arc here. You can hit A on your keyboard. Grab the 2-point arc, go to the corner here, click, go across, click, and then pull a little bit. You're pulling at an angle. You'll see it kind of comes up like that, where it says tangent to edge, just about like that. If you go out, it's going to do all kinds of crazy things. So just be careful. And it shows up blue about like that. You're good. You click, and you see that there is this sort of curved piece here now. What we're going to do is take the push-pull tool and click on this and drive it all the way back until you see it kind of turn up blue and it says on face, and you're going to click and it's going to disappear. So you're going to get that nice scalloped, rounded edge. You can do that as well for the front. That is, again, up to you. I'll do it to this one. So I'm going to go here, click, pull. And you can make it the same as the other side, less than the other side. Again, up to you. Click, pull it back until it's on face. Click it, it disappears. That looks pretty good. On the inside piece here, I'm going to take the black arrow, click that main face of the top, then go to the offset tool here on the side, or hit F on your keyboard. Click in the middle and pull to the left a little bit. And now you decide how thick you want those edges to be. I'm going to go about here or so and click. And then what we want to try to do is take the push-pull tool and take this piece that's in the middle now with the I did it with the black arrow first, but then take the push-pull tool and bring it down. Now at a certain point, you see what starts to happen. If I go here and I let go, it did a nice job, but it pushed it out in the corner. So I'm going to undo. I'm going to go down here, but not necessarily all the way down. I'm going to go as far as I can before it touches that bottom edge. So it still looks good at the bottom, and that's about right. The dish does not need to be very, very deep. Not a big deal. Then what I'm going to do from there is take the pencil tool, go to the midpoint, draw a line from the midpoint up to the top like that. Then I'm going to go to the midpoint here, draw a line up to the top. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to do midpoint to the top, and then midpoint to the top. Now from here, what I really need to do is pull some lines so they go all the way across. The easiest way to do that is to take the black arrow. I'm going to zoom in on this side to show you the example. I'm going to click this piece, hold shift, grab this bottom little piece. Sorry, made a mistake there. Click the side piece, hold shift, grab the bottom piece, grab this side piece now, so you get those 3 walls, but not the top. Then go to the Follow Me tool, click here, grab an edge. Now, the size of this is, again, sort of up to you. I'm going to make this one, you can see on the bottom corner where it says distance, it's 5/16, just like that, and I click to let go. Then I'm going to take, do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to go like this, hold shift, click this piece, click this piece, and then take that Follow Me tool again, and I'm going to get to 5/16 right there. So those are 2 exactly of the same size. Then I'm going to take the push-pull tool now, and I'm going to pull this across. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see what's trying to happen here is we're trying to take that push-pull tool, pull this all the way to the edge on this side, so it looks like that. Same thing for this one, push-pull all the way until it hits the side, so you get these nice little even lines. So this could be one big tray, 2 smaller trays, And then we can divide these up in the same way. You take the pencil tool. I'm going to go to kind of the middle area here, go to the center, go up, do the same thing here, kind of go to the center, go up, go to the center, go up, just to see if you might need them. You might not need all of them, but it's good to kind of just draw them out, just like that. This way you can make all those little pieces that you want with individualized trays of different sizes. So it'll be the same thing as before. You take the black arrow, you click on the little line right there. I'll zoom in a little bit more so you can see. Hold shift, grab the bottom piece, grab the side piece, and then again, offset tool. Click 5/16. Take the push-pull tool. Click, drag. I'm going to turn it so you can see better. Click, drag, pull it to the edge where it says on edge, click. And you get these lines that go straight across. So you're creating some nice little compartments for different sorts of things. You can make yours any size that you want. You can add anything else that you want. You can even add little circles in certain places if you want to make kind of a pen holder where the pen actually stands up. That's totally up to you. Like here, I could bring out this a little thicker on the side if I want. I can take the circle tool here, create a circle, pull that up, right? And then I could also do an offset on top of this, where then you can pull that down, right? So you got kind of a hole there, you see it? So you can stand up a pen if you want. Now the last piece of this is putting a name on this. So one way that I really like to try to do it is taking this text tool here, which is the 3D text tool on the toolbar, clicking it, and then entering the text that you want to enter. So for example, with Mr. Warren's here, I'm going to type in Mr. Warren's name. Now on this, you notice it's in this interesting font. That's the Pokemon font that I have on my machine. You might have it on yours as well. If you want to change it, just go to Fonts. And when you go to Fonts, this is going to pop up on the side, and you can scroll through and find the one that you'd really like to use. And when you find the one that you would like, I'm going to just go to a basic one here, even like this one. All right, this one has a lot of little pieces to it. I'm going to keep it more simple than that. All right, so let's just say this one. I hit place. It's going to show up like this, and I can move it around. I can click and let go. This comes up as its own piece. You see it's kind of separate from everything right now. What you really want to do is you want to flip this, turn it any way that you can. So I'm going to take the move tool first. I'm going to go right on it. You see when I go on it, you'll see these little red marks right here, red mark, red mark, red mark. So I can kind of click on that little red mark and rotate it until it lines up with the same angle. Okay. Then on the side here, I can rotate just like that. Then I can bring the whole thing down and over. If it still doesn't quite match up, you got to look at it from different angles. You see how it doesn't quite match up? At the top here, there's little lines. I can do the same thing, and I can kind of rotate it till it snaps. You'll feel it sort of snap into place. So I'm going to kind of line it up as nicely as I can there. Now, you might run across a couple of problems. Like here, it's kind of floating in midair. If that happens to you, try to click on the corner with that move tool. It says origin in component, and you can kind of line it up to this piece and then just slide it over like that. So it is in line. I'll help you with that if you get kind of stuck on it a little bit, but at least it's sort of sitting in front of what's there. You could try, if you'd like, to put it on top like this. That would be fine with me as well. And you notice it's a little bit too big at this point, so I'm going to, as long as you click on it with the black arrow first, go over to the scale tool here, or S on your keyboard. You could just pull this in, not out, sorry. It's the middle one over here. Pull it in so it kind of snaps and it becomes the same size as whatever else is there. So make this for your favorite teacher. They will love it. They'll put it on their desk, and hopefully we can print it for you, and it'll come out looking real nice. You can add anything else that you want to it, any other words. You can even engrave pieces within. So for example, this one I can pull out with the scale tool, just to remind you. Make it a little thicker. Also in here, in this area, you can draw anything you want in here with a tool like this pencil tool, right? So for example, I could do like this. Here's an example there, where I can draw that in, and then that piece can be push-pulled down or up to create any kind of designs inside of your pen tray. If you want to do letters again, that's fine. You can go to letters, you can type in, pens if you want, or pencils, hit place. It shows up like this. You could lie it down literally right on top of what's going on, here. If you push down on this with the move tool, it's going to dip into, sorry here. So even like that, or you can go a little bit lower, and we can dip it down. We can mess with these at the end too. All right, that's the project for the pen tool with the nameplate on it.